you had Humber played St. Clair, and you had, I think it was Durham played Georgian.
Yes.
And it was a great weekend. Humber hosted it. It went down to the finals, and Durham, they played Humber Hawks. It's so the Durham Lords. the name is ill. I love that name. That name is ill. But they went down to the finals, man, and it was a great game because it was a back and forth game. It wasn't a blowout. It was like just haymakers left and right. Humber was up by 7, I believe, or 6 at half, and then Durham just came in and right in half. They scored like the first 7 or 8 points, tied the game, and went up by 1.
Coaches always say, man, I remember my coach back in the day used to say that the first 5 minutes of that second half, that determines a lot, man.
It did. And honestly, man, I listen, we got a shout out to this kid here. He's a problem. Mark Stoop. Mark Stoop, he had 20 and 10.
Oh, Canada.
I love Kwabena and Sweet.
That's my guy right there, man.
That boy caught a body.
Should have been a charge, though. He was outside the restricted area. He was.
Listen, you win some, you lose some. Kwabena put a lot of guys on the posters.
He did.
So for him to catch that one, man, that boy could play.
Yo, that boy is a problem.
He could play.
Simple, man. He just fundamentally rip, go.
Yeah.
He'll face you up. He'll outwork you. He just outworks you,
3-level scorer, could hit the 3, could hit the mid-range, can get to the cup. He's a strong rebounder. He had 10 rebounds. He had 3 assists, like 3 steals. This guy was all over the place. He was absolutely the best player on the floor. And I love Humber. I love Humber. I love what Omar been doing, Coach Miles, with that program.
Yeah.
And I expected him to win. Honestly, I was like,
I think we all did. I think we
Humber
both
gonna
did.
come in here and turn up.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why Durham was able to stay around is like Humber wasn't making their shots, and Durham wasn't really either. But then once Durham started making shots, like the second half was crazy. If Humber was doing what they're supposed to do, they might have blew it open and they might have took off.
I think it was just
but Durham stayed around.
The haymakers, man.
They stayed around. Done those haymakers in the second half.
Damn. They couldn't recover.
Yeah. I got a shout out to my young boy, man. I met this young boy at Naki. I always knew he had talent. He was super athletic when I used to coach him in Naki in grade 9. Jay-Sean Ellis.
There you go.
Jay-Sean Elliott.
Yeah.
Jay-Sean Elliott. He's been like, just to see the way his game was from when he was a young boy till now in the development, like he's gotten so much better. He was Defensive Player of the Year this year in the league. Yeah. And I got to give that young boy his credit, man. Jay-Sean Elliott, so proud of this kid. He's doing his thing. Keep working. And, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit for him, man.
Shout out my cousin, man. Kadeem, man.
Kadeem?
On the Durham, he's one of the assistant coaches on the Durham Lords, man. You know?
We got to give these guys the credit,
we got to
man.
give them their flowers, man. He's always on the bench, motivating and
Desmond Riley, the head coach, got to give him his credit. I want to give Caleb Carter. He hit a massive 3 in the second half. I got to shout him out. And Jeremiah Gordon. I got to shout out these boys, man.
Come on, man.
They deserve all the credit.
And good luck in nationals. Man.
Yeah, good luck. They're both going to nationals, though. Humber and they're both going to nationals.
How crazy would it be if they meet up in the final?
That'd be crazy.
Nationals better not put them in the same bracket, too,
I know.
bro.
Put them in separate ones.
Put them in separate ones.
Yes, they're going to be in Quebec. This was a great matchup because I was so excited to see Kwabena and Jay-Sean play. Yeah. Because they were at Hodan, on the same team.
On the same team.
For them to match up and go at it, Kwabena, like we said, we've been seeing this guy put guys on the poster for the whole year.
For a minute,
he's on his way. He's on his way.
He's coming, man.
He's going to be a problem, man. Yeah,
that
was crazy.
That was
crazy. Shout out to Durham Lords for doing their thing, man. Yo, listen, I can't wait. I can't wait for the Nationals to start. Like you said, guys can't look off this kind of basketball.
You're crazy,
OCAA
bro.
basketball, U Sports basketball.
Can't do it. Can't. If you look it off, you're not a hooper, bro.
Yeah, that's wonderful basketball that's being played.
Facts. And it's only getting better.
Beautiful coaching basketball.
Yep.
Like we've been always asking about, just coach these kids. A lot of great coaching, a lot of great teaching, a lot of great development that's happening on these. Omar, Coach Miles, he's a fantastic coach. Great skill development coach. I love it all. They got to just keep going.
Just keep going, man. And more talent that is states bound, it's staying.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's only making our OCAA and our U sports that much more competitive.
Absolutely.
So let's keep going, man. Yeah.